Yellowstone with one of my really good friends from college, Emily Joy Roth, and she is just as adventurous as I am, if not even more. She was gonna be there for work. I was gonna tag along for the week after, and we were gonna go on a national park adventure. That was the dryer. The first day we were there was really just kind of a travel day. So I flew in from Montgomery Airport into, I wanna say, Atlanta? No. Houston? No. Dallas. I flew in from Montgomery, Alabama to Dallas-Fort Worth Airport, and then from Dallas to Jackson Hole Airport. Grabbed my luggage, took the shuttle to Avis, where I picked up the rental car. So here's the story on El Tigre, the orange Mustang. We got an upgrade to a 2019 bright orange Mustang. We had every old white man coming up to us from different countries just staring at the car or giving us a thumbs up. We had people wanting to take pictures with the car. And the funniest thing was whenever we were walking to El Tigre, I saw people staring at it, and then they saw us getting into it, and they were just super confused. It's a rental, we're not this fancy. So thanks, Avis. That was awesome. Got the car, picked Emily up from the laundromat, and then we went grocery shopping. And honestly, I think that was kind of a mistake. We got way too much food. We could have easily gotten food in the park, but we got sandwiches because we were really hungry. So the grocery store, I think we went to Smith's, had pretty good sandwiches. Yellowstone has so much more to offer than just Old Faithful. I didn't realize this, but the Continental Divide is there. I want to say it was like 2/3 of the world's geysers are in Yellowstone, which that's what Old Faithful is. It's a big old geyser. It's just a really, really predictable one. There's so much wildlife there. There's bison, there's grizzly bears, which we saw. It's a pretty big park, and it's a really diverse park. And of course, you have to take the obligatory picture at the entrance sign. If you are traveling alone, or if you're traveling like in a group of people and you want to take a picture, just take somebody else's picture and they'll normally offer to take one of you too. We knew the first thing we were gonna do when we got there was go see Old Faithful. It's really, really cool. It's also really, really crowded. And it's hilarious because when it starts to erupt, everyone's like, I mean, we did it too, but it was just the funniest thing in the world. There's a lot to do in the area. So you actually have Old Faithful itself, which is really, really cool. It erupts, I wanna say every 90 minutes, and it's pretty predictable. It's like 10 minutes before or after, and so you really don't have to sit there for very long before it actually erupts. They have an awesome visitor center that has a lot of really cool educational stuff to it. A fun little store. Old Faithful Lodge, which is this really beautiful building. Go check it out. It's just a cool place to see. Within that building, they have like a dining room, like a really nice restaurant there. More gift shops, which had some pretty cute stuff. They have huckleberry ice cream, which regrettably I never had any, but I'm sure it would have been great. And there was a cafeteria, and I want to say this because I didn't know this, and I did quite a bit of research on Yellowstone before I went. Check out the cafeteria. I really like food. I like good food, but I also don't like spending a crap ton of money on food. So you'd have like the little deli spots, which was cheap, but it wasn't very good. And then you'd have the actual dining spots that were, I'm sure it was great, but it was really expensive. And then you have the cafeterias, which is kind of middle ground. I went to the cafeterias anytime that I could. I almost went through like the little Asian noodle bar place. It was about $11, but it's really filling and it was actually really tasty. They also have like quite a few other different options in the cafeterias. But just so you know, that's a really good option if you want decent food, but you don't want to pay a lot of money for it. Then that night, we camped at Madison Campground, which is really nice. They have a spot for your tent. It's all drive up, so they have a parking spot for you. You drive right to the campsite. They have bathrooms really close. I think they had showers, but I didn't use them that night. There was a campfire areas where you could actually light a fire. I'll put the price in here because I can't remember how much it was. So that has been day 1 of our Yellowstone and Grand Teton adventure. Stay tuned if you want to learn more about our amazing horseback ride through Pleasant Valley where we had an all-you-can-eat steak dinner. We saw a grizzly bear. We had awesome Instagram photo shoots because they were millennials and that's just what we do. No shame in my selfie game. If you want to see more Yellowstone content, hit that like button. This is the beginning of my YouTube channel, and having 24 subscribers is really exciting, but we would like to see the number grow. So if you enjoyed this content and you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. Let me know in the comments what you want to see about Yellowstone or Grand Tetons. When we were planning our trip, I really could not find a whole lot of good content on Yellowstone National Park. So if you have any questions, please post them in the comments. I will try to cover them in the following videos, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye! That's my dryer. Oops. To go on this trip, that was the dog.